Welcome to another edition of the FGA Report. I'm Brian Smith, and I am joined by top 2024 running back and Florida State commitment, Kam Davis. Kam, thanks for taking a few moments out of your busy day with your dad to join me. How's it going in Georgia, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Everything been going all right down here, man. The weather trying to get back right, so I've been staying on the field and in the books.
Well, that's the way to be, buddy. I did hear for Under Armour this weekend it's going to be rainy and cold, so it is what it is, brother. It is. Bring clothes, bring warm clothes. You know the deal, man. We've dealt with that enough in 7-on-7. So, for those of you that don't know, he plays for Dougherty High School in Albany, Georgia. It's a central part of the state. He is definitely one of the most heavily recruited players in the country, regardless of class. The first question I have for you before I throw up some film, I got some film on my other screen here for your huddle in football. Do you like baseball better or football? Which one is it?
I really don't like neither one better. I mainly focus on whatever sport I'm playing at the time. So when people ask, I don't never say I like football or baseball more because it's a balance in between the two, and I try to maintain the time put in both of the sports.
Okay. All right. There's a rumor that I heard that teams tend to, quote unquote, pitch around you quite a bit in baseball.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I played my first game last Thursday. I missed the game on Tuesday, but my first at bat of the season this year, I got intentionally walked, had a run on second and third. First inning, got intentional walk. So that was it broke my heart, but the next at bat I came back with a double.
There you go. Well, that's probably why they walked you.
Yes, sir.
That's the way it goes when you can hit the ball a country mile. So right now I'm thinking the last time I talked to you last week, you said you were about 5'10", 202, something like that. Is that still about where you're at?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're committed to Florida State. And here's the interesting part. I've seen you play, and you play quarterback, but you're being recruited as a running back. Have you ever played like traditional behind the quarterback running back in a high school football game?
No, sir. I haven't. So
it's just crazy because I've seen, like, when you take off, you have natural running back instincts.
Yes,
but
sir.
It's just funny to me because they have to play you a quarterback because that's where they need you for Dougherty. But it's just really interesting. So I'm going to share my screen here and just put it up on there. But it's just wild to me that you don't have any film really of doing that.
Yes, sir.
So it's crazy. But here we go. This is the first play on your huddle. What is it that you think of? Like, when do you know you're taking off? Because like right there, that's obvious. You have natural running back instincts. What triggered you to take off?
The instinct of having somebody behind me within 5 yards it's something about it that don't sit right with me when it's somebody within 5 or 10 yards and behind me, because it make me feel like I'm not using the explosiveness that God gave me. So I always try and hit a second gear to where nobody in the curriculum of me.
Well, you got timed by XOS Sports at a tournament I was at like 19.39 miles per hour or whatever recently, and you weren't even healthy.
Yes, sir.
And you're known more as a power back, but I didn't even realize that you were that fast with 2 years of high school left, because your ankle hasn't been healthy for a long time. So
yes, sir.
When was the last time you were fully healthy?
The last time was maybe the fourth or fifth week into the high school season. I'll say second week of September, because I went out with COVID our third game, and after that I still wasn't fully recovered yet because I could barely breathe and stuff, and my ankle was still messed up at that time too. But after the fourth or fifth game, I haven't been fully recovered since then, because 2 weeks ago, I just went out with another injury on my shoulder, hitting the baseball. So,
how'd you hurt your shoulder hitting a baseball?
all right, so
That's crazy.
I hit the ball. It did go 400 some feet. It did do that. But after I hit the ball, when I came back, I hyperextended my shoulder. So when I did that, the muscle that goes to it connects to the spine. It popped. So I had a high shoulder sprain.
I'm sure that was no fun whatsoever. I don't need to
No,
know
sir.
any more than that. Nah, I don't want to know any more than that. So that's cool. You're going to Under Armour this weekend, and I saw you last year at it too. You're one of the rare guys that was at it at the end of his freshman year. Now you're going to be at the end of your sophomore year, etc. What are you trying to work on? Did you actually get a run with the running backs? This is the only time you
Yes,
get
sir.
to be with the running backs, which is really odd. But what are you trying to work on this weekend?
This weekend I'm trying to work on helping others as far as doing the things that I have to do full speed to motivate others to do the same thing. And not only that, but help the linebackers with their coverage and everything else with running my routes at the best capability that I can. So I'm looking to not only better myself, but better other people around me at the Under Armour Camp this weekend.
That right there is why you're one of the best recruits in the country by itself. Not many
Yes,
guys
sir.
look at it from that perspective. So
Yes,
congrats
sir.
to you. I know you're a God-fearing young man, but what do you think you need to work on individually as a running back?
Individually as a running back, I think I could work on jump cutting a lot more and reading linebackers and defensive end moves as they come off the line, because that with reading moves off the defensive side of the ball, it'll help you determine what gap's going to be more. And I learned that from quarterback because unfortunately I have to look at a lot of the lineman moves and film to see like how fast they moving and how much penetration they getting. So at running back, you can also look at the same thing.
Okay. Well, I know a lot of guys look at you, then they look at you from behind because you seem to get past them.
Yes,
That's
sir.
just what you do. So the one game I saw you last year at the playoffs, you had 4 touchdowns in the air as a quarterback, and I believe you had 1 rushing as well. So that was like at
Yes, sir.
halftime. I remember asking you if you could throw, and you said you were pretty good at it, and I didn't believe you really the way you said it. And then you threw 4 touchdowns in that first half. I'm like, okay, he's pretty
Yes,
good.
sir. Yeah.
uh, what about this next season, man? You guys got quite a few of your guys back, or what do you got going on at Dougherty?
We got a lot. We got a lot returning still. Our whole offensive and defensive line coming back. The only
Oh,
thing
wow.
we really have to regroup on this year is our cornerbacks. But we had a lot of backups this year too, that was capable of starting and had the potential of going to college. So we'll still be a great team this year, and we dropped down to the 3A region this year. So we looking to go past the limits that we did this year and not only make it to game 15, but game 17.
Well, there you go. There you go. Last area, recruiting. You're committed to Florida State, but I know from talking to you that hasn't exactly slowed down anybody. Are you going to make any visits anywhere anytime soon, or are you just going to stick with Florida State?
Right now, I don't have many visits that I could be taking right now, but if any open up, I would be willing to take visits. But I'm still locked in with Florida State.
Okay. All right. Well, man, I'm going to wrap it up here. Stick with me just for a second. Everybody out there, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and please hit the notification button as well. I'm going to have more guys on the show like Kam coming up. Thank you very much. And Kam, thank you for coming on the show tonight. I appreciate it, bud.
Thank you for having me.